Eric's face on Facebook, but whatever. He's still a beautiful person.
Exactly.
And we're good. We are live. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land.
All right.
As well. Facebook, you're already on. YouTube was the last one to join. That's okay. And what's the last one? Instagram. Yeah, we're live on Instagram too.
Do you cats want to do ad stuff like later or?
Let's see how we feel.
Okay.
But maybe, yeah.
I think I don't want to. Were you gonna say now or later?
After.
Either way, yeah.
Let's maybe do some after. Let's see how we go. Because I might say, fuck it, let's go watch WrestleMania.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
We'll see. I'm keeping an open mind for now.
I think it depends on what matchup is on at that moment, or has already taken place
from the beginning.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Of course.
Okay, then no. I said let's do that. Go record some addies, some fake ads.
Well, I'm ready if you guys are ready.
Yep.
I'm ready to interrupt you on the intro again.
Everybody,
Yeah.
rock your body.
Oh, that was terrible.
Hey, somebody's already.
Oh, no. I need to get a little bit more.
Oh, you're good. You guys are ready. You're not.
Do whatever you want.
Okay. Say what?
Whatever makes your heart happy. Whatever makes you hard.
You heard it from Paul.
Oh.
You guys ready? Here we go. And oh, it's all right. Sneak it up. And we're live. Okay.
Are we?
No, we're
Oh,
not.
That's some shit.
That'd just be a super dick move. Yeah.
That's okay. We could totally do that.
I mean, that'd be a great intro.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's how we should have started right then. Just include all of that and call it off.
It'd be funny.
You should just always be recording the intro. Got to get used to it for later on when we do the extra Patreon episode stuff that we'll cut.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we get going on that?
Yeah, well, I'm waiting on you, man. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Happy International Beer Day, Brewnomics listeners. Just National Beer Day, actually. I don't think international.
Yeah.
It is now.
I don't
It's
think
officially
so.
international.
Okay.
At least not by the time you're listening to this. But it is right now. And that's really what matters. Unless you watch it live. I'm Jared.
I'm Koala. I'm Vic.
I'm Will.
All right. So, yeah. And it's also WrestleMania today or yesterday or in the future or whatever in the past. I don't know where in the time stream continuum you are currently. But it's an exciting day.
Hopefully you're enjoying WrestleMania.
But it's also our 63rd episode where we're going to be talking about our favorite shitty movies.
Everybody's got one.
Everybody's
You
got
do.
one.
You know those movies that you just they're so bad, but you like it anyway. Those kind of movies. You know
We've all got guilty
Yeah.
pleasures, or sometimes we're outright proud.
Proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Own it. Yeah.
starting strong.
All right.
Cool. But first, shit.
Oh shit.
Somebody
shit.
have a beer ready.
Fuck.
Shit.
Man.
You guys rushed
We need a
me.
soundboard. We need like a
on
food
National Beer Day and everything. Wow.
It's because you guys
Wow. Wow.
filled air space. You guys talk about something.
What did you guys do this weekend or this past week?
This past week?
Yeah, what have you been up to? We'll figure that out right now while Jerry's getting his shit together.
I don't know. Stuff.
All right, the first beer.
Solid.
I don't know.
So if somebody's got their Untapped pulled up currently, let's look at
What do you got?
For British Eyes Only from Matchless. It is an IPA. Matchless is from somewhere.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's a great place.
I don't know. Oregon, I think.
I have a timeshare there
Do you?
in some place.
Oh, it's Washington. It's from Tumwater, Washington.
That
My
doesn't
apologies.
seem real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I picked this up on one of my trips back there. You're about to spill it. Thank you.
Thank you. I was reading the can
Um,
pouring.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a good beer, I think. Yeah, from Tumwater, I think is how you say it. That's almost Tumwater is down kind of near the southern border of Washington, just a little bit north of Portland.
Did you know it was Washington the whole time? You just let me trip over my words thinking it was Oregon, looking like a fucking fool, William.
No, I actually didn't remember if it was Oregon or Washington or Alaska or something.
Cool. Just checking. Have you had this beer before?
I have not.
Oh, really?
No, I haven't.
You
so-
saved it for us. Because, bro, you brought this. How long have you had this beer?
I've had that beer. Well, I've brought that beer since, September of last year, and then I had one, and then I, made other trips back to Washington, and then picked it up again. Yeah, and when I say I had it, I didn't have it. I gave it away.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it's still good.
It should be good.
I'm sure
Hopefully.
it is.
It's got the independent craft seal label on it.
It absolutely does. It doesn't say much about it on here, but it says hops, Fuggles, EKG, Brambling Cross, UK Jester, and malts. It uses a Golden Promise and Munich as a 4-square yeast. Its descriptors: proper. You sound like you're from London. I can't do a good British accent. I wish I could.
Wow, that was intense, man. For a second, I thought you were having a stroke, and then I was like, oh no, he's reading the can. That got me nuts.
Just reading. Yeah, I had no idea what you were saying. I was like, am I having a stroke?
Seemed like
Fuggles, EKG.
okay. Look at this. So let's go over some untapped stats for those of you playing along at home. This is sitting at 5.7% alcohol by volume, 45 IBUs. It has an average rating of 3.6. Derived from 404 ratings, it was added last July.
Oh, and it does. We actually get a good description on Untapped. Which one of you guys want to read that?
PK, if you can see it.
It's really difficult for him.
Yeah. I can't remember this particular spot.
You read it, Will.
All right, it says, with so many new styles swirling around the IPA genre, sometimes you have to throw it back. This beer doesn't shy on malt character and packs bitterness and water profile to back it up. One of the most understood beer styles of IPA, using hops that many of our current hops lineage is based on, deep orange marmalade, black currant, and honey biscuit hop skip and jump out of this beer. Is British the new best thing, old thing, relived? We don't care. We just try not to make it a beer. We just couldn't not try to make a beer this cool. Unapologetically British, but just call it an IPA or bloke skip it. We are quite chuffed with ourselves.
Yeah, those are a lot of British words.
Yeah.
Okay. And so off the nose, I think the marmalade is disguising it for me as at least it smells like
Marmalade?
syrup. Yeah.
Yeah,
Marmalade.
it's pretty. It's smooth, but it's not like light.
No, yeah, it's syrupy for sure.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I felt like just because it was an English style IPA, there was going to be more bland.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think about this beer? Have you had any of it, Jerry? I know you've been showing the cans on the camera.
Yes, I've been just doing all other sorts of stuff. Let me try it.
PK.
I love the way it smells.
Describe that smell to me, Paul.
At first, it was a little citrusy. And maybe it was just from what I was drinking. Maybe I just had some meat beforehand. But then in smelling it more, it kind of went away. I may be having a stroke. Is that a sign?
I don't know.
Toast.
Citrus?
Toast? Yeah.
Oh, toast, yeah.
You guys smell toast.
I got to smell toast. Like cinnamon toast? Toast?
Just regular toast.
Regular toast? Okay.
I
Gotta know.
don't know, like
Gotta know
wheat
these.
bread, white bread, rye bread, sourdough bread,
I think it's usually burnt.
White, yeah.
English muffin toast.
Okay. How do you know when you have an erection?
Your pants get smaller.
That just happened.
How do you not know you have an erection is my question on that one. I don't think there's ever been a time and been like, oh, didn't know that was there.
Oh, your pants
Oh,
got
that's
smaller. Hey, hi.
Grocery shopping.
I like it. Yeah, I like the smell. At first it seemed like it was a little danky, but then it settled on me, smell-wise, I guess.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Personally, it feels like a little bit of cough syrup. I think that's a marmalade fucking with me a little bit, but it's just me.
That's a fun word.
Marmalade?
Marmalade. It really is. I do like a good marmalade. Preserve, jam, jelly. I do. Mm-hmm. On a nice English muffin. It's pretty good, yeah.
That's okay, cool.
I don't. Is this British? Super British?
I don't think we know.
I
We want to know. Yeah.
It was brewed in Washington, but I mean,
Yeah. This is style.
Vic, I think you're the only one that's been to Britain, right?
Yes, I've been to London.
the United Kingdom.
Does this taste like their beer over there?
like 8 years ago. I'm trying to remember.
It was 8 years ago and I wasn't sober.
I was
I've
not
noticed his palate
sober.
distinguished enough.
Yeah, it was not distinguished, and I was not sober that whole
God,
time.
8 years ago, we were drinking fucking Heineken and
We were just discovering
Blue
ourselves, I
Moons
think.
and, maybe the occasional Mac and Jacks.
Yeah, wow.
Drop top.
I can't feel like if I like this or I don't like it. It's like it doesn't have like a ton of flavor.
I don't mind it at all. I definitely do not enjoy it. It's fine to me. I think it's pretty good. It's at a 3.6. I think that's pretty appropriately rated. I know it was like 6 months ago when you bought it. It doesn't taste expired to me at all. It still tastes fresh. Do you remember what the price tag was?
I want to say 5 1/4, $4.95.
Oh, that's not bad at all then. So well priced. So I like the 3.6 where it's at. I'll give it a 3.5.
It's a 16-ounce can,
For
so
a motherfucking pint, bitch.
that's about what you pay at a bar,
No, well, maybe it depends on the bar.
downtown bar. For a 16-ounce pint, $5. Yeah, it's about what you pay.
Fucking happy hour. When was the last time you were downtown?
That's a good point. I've been
It's like, not anymore,
I've been
bro.
at my favorite place, and their happy hour is like 3 1/4. So, but they had good beer.
Right. Paul, what do you give this?
I like this.
Do you?
I do. I find it, I think this is what I would buy in a 6-pack.
Did you already finish it?
Yeah, I drink the fuck out of it. It's inside me.
Yeah, it goes
Oh.
quick.
It's now a part of it.
All the way in my
drink it
stomach.
too.
All the
Okay.
way in my stomach.
All right.
3.5.
I'm not a super huge fan of this one, I'll be honest. I'm gonna do 3.25 on this one. I think just tasting it, I think it's a well-crafted beer, but it's not for me.
I'm kind of sitting right there with you, Vic. I'm gonna hit 3.25 as well. I think whenever I think of an IPA, like I want something smooth, but I want something that's more just has a little bit more of a flavor to it. I guess I don't know. Maybe that's part of this is that it's supposed to be, kind of bland and whatever. I don't know. But moving on, Jerry, what do you have for news for us this week?
That was a fucking smooth ass segue. Yeah. About the smoothest.
Thanks for
Walter Cronkite.
calling it out.
No, the world already saw
And
it.
that's the way I
So-
called it out.
Since I feel like we got a new update every week, let's just get the train rolling with the Suicide Squad updates.
Are they dead yet?
Updates. No.
Okay.
They are not.
Well, they haven't committed suicide. Yeah.
No. No. Not yet.
Then they're failing with their mission.
Viola Davis is back as Amanda Waller.
Oh shit.
That'll be
Okay.
good.
Cool.
Of course, she's great. So I think pretty much at this point, they're just pretending like the first one never existed. Just entirely wiping it out of canon.
Ooh, going with a hard boot.
I really think so.
Okay.
Because they're all back as the same characters, but like different versions of the characters, and it's now just called the Suicide Squad. And with how so many other people are already out in the DCU, I bet it's just 100% a fresh start.
Okay.
And so much to the point to where our boy Idris Elba, who earlier, well, I can't remember if it was last podcast or 2 podcasts ago, we reported was the new Deadshot, is not. Deadshot will not be appearing in this one.
I think I heard about this, yeah.
Mhm.
Where
Yeah.
Idris Elba decided not to take on the role so that Will Smith could come back.
I don't know if it was his decision, but the decision was made by someone, I guess a group decision, and I think it's a fair one that they want to keep the role open out of respect to Will Smith in case he wants to come back. So Idris Elba is going to be, drum roll, a whole new character. They haven't announced yet.
Okay.
So-
What you're saying is we could possibly get a bronze tiger out of this situation.
I mean, maybe, but I could have interpreted it wrong. But the way I read it was that it was a whole new character.
Oh, like
Not
it's a
like new,
one-off
not one
character
that wasn't
for this?
announced, like a character they are creating
Oh,
for it.
well, that's a whole.
Is that so that he can die?
I don't know.
I would think more like a Coulson type character.
Maybe, right? Because there have been a few characters that have popped up in TV shows or movies that weren't in the comic books that became great comic book characters. I mean, Harley Quinn started that way.
Yeah, that's
Felicity
prime
from
example.
Arrow started that way. So a whole bunch of others have. So who knows? We'll see. But maybe he will blow up. Maybe it will be Bronze Tiger. I wouldn't be upset about that. I think that'd be a pretty good match. I mean, I'd rather get Michael Jai White.
Of course, clearly that's who you go with.
But didn't Michael Jai White play Bronze Tiger and Arrow?
Yeah.
Do you think they would intentionally not do that?
If they're trying to
Because-
make, yeah, I think that's a good point, because if they're trying to make it like distinctively different from the show, that they would change casting choices.
That's dumb. 'Cause
Which
there's no
hurts
one
me.
better.
Yeah.
Right?
There's no one better. Absurd. Okay, yeah, because I'm looking at their IMDb right now. Idris Elba is not named as a character.
Right.
Everyone else.
That
is.
was the last I heard the update too. We still didn't know who.
What if he just plays himself?
That's
He could do
hilarious.
that.
He could do that. Fucker could do that.
It's just Idris Elba.
Just looking at everything and swearing at it angrily.
And
It's being cool.
we don't have a Rick Flag named yet either. All we have is Deputy Defense Secretary.
Because who was Rick Flag? Was that Eastwood?
No, it
No,
was
RoboCop.
Yeah, RoboCop.
And
What was his name?
Altered Carbon.
Who was Scott Eastwood in it?
Scott East.
He was like a soldier.
Just
He's
some okay.
Some rando. Yeah,
All right.
he just got lucky
Whatever.
because of his dad.
That is all I have for Suicide Squad news.
Good.
Joel Kinnaman, sorry, that's who Rick Flag was.
Joel Kinnaman. Yes.
Sorry, that was gonna drive me crazy. I had to tell you. Yeah.
I like how hard that just kept you. Joel Kinnaman.
Joel Kinnaman.
Which again is a fun name to say. It's a great name. I feel like if he were a better actor, he'd be way more successful.
Yeah, interesting thing. Not actually his full name, because he's straight up from Sweden, so he actually changed his name to that. And he's also super good friends with Will Smith, which kind of blows me away.
Interesting.
Makes a little sense.
Martin King from Facebook says Brewnomics is life. He's a brewer from Von Scheidt. I was down there. I had a whole bunch of this Kolsch that he made.
Yeah.
And by a whole bunch, I mean like 4 glasses. He poured me a pint, and I was like, I'll take a sip and see what it's like. And I was just like,
And you just kept going all the way down.
Sure.
well, shit.
Yeah.
It was amazing. One of the best ones I've ever had. I think it needs to be mass produced.
Awesome.
All right.
I thought
Well,
about bringing you guys some, and I was like, didn't bring a growler.
Well, just
Props.
goes
Thanks,
to
Dick.
show. I'll send you with 2 next time.
Maybe if it's still in existence next time I'm there, I'll see if we can I tap that beer from him again.
Hooray.
Hooray!
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 Beer.
Shit, we're all out of beer, y'all.
yeah, where'd you been?
What was that giggle about?
Nothing you.
More of a niggle there. Yeah.
Niggle?
Man giggle.
Man giggle,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck, let's get weird, bitches.
Okay,
Weird.
here we go. Oh, I see what he pulled. All right, this is going to be interesting. This is one that PK brought.
Oh yeah, I got the good old Brewers Haven here in B-Town.
Oh, what's happening? They sell beer.
They sell beer.
Brewers Haven, not affiliated with Brewnomics anyway.
But we go there
They're
a lot.
They're not a
using-
sponsor, but I would fucking love it if
Oh,
they
that would-
were.
Why haven't we talked about it?
I know, right? So this is the Peach de Bretteville. I don't know why I said
Right,
that. It's a
yeah.
farmhouse ale aged in oak barrels with peaches.
Millions of peaches.
Peaches call me.
God, don't sing the song. We don't have money. Just joking.
It's
That
from
was like
Almanac
5 seconds. The limit is like, I think it's literally 25 seconds.
Almanac beer, farm to barrel. I think it's actually 6 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, how
They
it
are
down?
proudly brewed in Northern California.
Okay. Anything else you can? So this is Almanac Brewing.
Martin says, "I will take care of your thirst. Fear ye not, gentlemen."
Oh, thank you,
This
Martin.
is a good man. Yeah, if you're in Twin Falls, seriously, stop by Von Scheidt. You will have some of the best beer you've ever had, and also some pretty goddamn good food if you want a nice sandwich or appetizer. Oh God, it's foaming over.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
So we had a beer from Almanac. Was it last week?
We did.
When Paul was on,
Yeah, the cherry sour.
that Paula and I really enjoyed,
Mm-hmm.
which I was surprised because a cherry sour as a whole seems like a shit idea, but they somehow made it a good one. So I think if anybody could make a peach farmhouse beer, good. From the way they set the bar on that one
With the cherry.
with the cherry,
Did
I
I
think
get
these
that?
guys may be able to do it.
I think I got that last week, didn't I?
No, I did.
You did? Okay, cool. I mean, that's why I thought, okay.
And I got it at the co-op downtown.
Oh.
It's got a great beer selection too if you're in Boise.
Oh, the co-op's great.
Mhm. Um,
It was $8, this particular beer.
oh dang, and this isn't even a full bomber. It is,
Is it a pint? Is it a
It looks like
13, 14 ounce?
you almost had a 12.68, so pretty much
Oh,
13.
13, okay.
12.68 ounces.
Mhm.
That's
That's an
absurd.
odd number,
Yeah.
right?
About $8.
Ah.
Thanks, PK.
Interesting.
They
I
have-
wonder why that is. That's a
Huh.
very strange bottle size. I wonder if there's like a reason or a scientific
It's an English bottle
explanation
size.
or.
I feel like they did that because it lets them get away with that price.
Are we
point.
pretty much having like almost all European beer styles tonight?
Are we?
That might be an, we might, huh,
Unintentional.
right, totally from American breweries.
Interesting.
Yeah, what do you got on the website, Vic?
Oh yeah, so I pulled them up on their website from. Wait, who makes this again?
Almanac.
Almanac Brewing. Sorry, thank you. Almanac Brewing says this about it. This is sitting at 6.8% alcohol by volume and is a limited style draft. Peach de Bretteville is a harmonious marriage of fruit and beer, bringing together our love for Brett Saisons,
Saisons.
and Barbara.
I know. Saisons.
I just
Oh,
don't like doing that.
just-
I love the
it's
way
a little
this
bit of a-
smells, first off.
it's a little
This
bit
is
of a sour.
amazing.
Let's just all cut people off now. That's
I'm
good.
so sorry.
Who said what?
All right, so I'm gonna continue. It's all right
You're
with the
welcome.
room. Thank you.
Sorry, Vic.
It says, we brewed our size in Dolores and fermented it with our mixed collection of Brettanomyces strains and aged it in wine barrels and our odors with plenty of juicy peaches and nectarines. After months of maturing and blending, this Saison has developed a balance between earthy funk and stone fruit sweetness with a dry white wine-like finish, perfect for pairing with creamy cheeses and braised pork. Wow,
Dope.
this is a handy special beer, isn't it?
This is nuts.
Snort.
Nuts. Holy shit, dude. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the face I made, but it like straight gave me that right eye twitch.
Ooh, talking about the right eye twitch, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, motherfucker.
Motherfucker! Dude,
Wow.
yeah, this is way more of a sour. Holy shit. What makes sense with that Bretteville, because that tends to be super sour.
You puckering?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you feel in the back of your mouth.
All my holes are puckering.
Are you guys getting a lot of peach off this one? Just saying.
No,
I'm not even-
not
no.
really.
I was like,
And by really, I mean like it all. I'm trying to go smell and taste.
I'm not even getting like any kind of like peach tea or anything. It's almost lemony.
yeah. Well, it's that size and just letting it like ferment in the open air, right? Oh man, you finished that with a fervor and an aggression.
You wanted it
Got in
out
trouble?
out of his mouth.
Done with it.
All right, Jerry, since you're done with it, I think just rate it.
I feel like sometimes the quickest way to get rid of a beer you don't like is just fucking just get rid of
Just
it.
down it.
That's
The
what
quicker you
men
drink
do.
it, the sooner it's gone, right?
Yeah, that's what men do.
I'd give it a 2. I do not like this at all. 1.5. I lied.
Okay.
Because I just took a drink of this, my sipper here, and it's like, nope, still didn't do anything. This taste is strong.
Yeah, this is like a super, it tastes more like a dry wine. It's not like a Chardonnay. It's not as buttery, but it's just definitely like, oh man. Yeah, I'm not mad at it, honestly. I'm gonna do 3 even. I wouldn't go out of my way for this though, that's for sure.
This is one I think I would maybe get at a bar just one time. I do like my sour, so that's the thing. And I like the way it does make me pucker. I'm everywhere.
I don't think, to me, it doesn't feel super sour though, man. It's more of a tart dryness to it, right?
I can understand that.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely, for me, I'm really getting the sour at my end. 3.25.
William.
I'm gonna go 275.
Sure.
I'm kind of right in the middle of where all you guys are at. I like my sours not as much as PK, but I mean it's not bad. It's pretty smooth, other than that first initial slap in the face that sour will give you. I'm still not getting any peach, which I'm disappointed on. I think that's more so the reason why I'm giving it such a lower rating. But yeah, with everything you guys said,
That was a lot of it too, Will.
and the price point.
If it were peachier and I still didn't like it, I think I probably would have given it that 2.25. But you know how I feel when I think a beer misrepresents what it is.
Straight up.
You get a lower score because of it. Sorry, Almanac. You did me good once, not this time. If I see your beer again, will I try it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, good brewer.
As a whole, I still think they can do fun stuff.
Not getting ghosted. We're still
Facebook.
Well, and if you like sours, check this out. It'd be good just to see what you think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's move on with some beer news. Beer news.
News.
Update on the Keystone case.
Oh, the one where they copied Stone
Yes.
Brewing on the labels. And all
Because
that?
last week we said the court, it moves forward, and there was that request from Stone to have them pretty much remove all their product. That request was denied.
Denied.
Wow.
Yep. So it's obviously still court's still going. They're still processing. They're still doing their whole thing there, but they didn't have to pull the packaging. They're like, you can't prove. I mean, we know you got a case, but you haven't yet proved the damage that much. So, nah. Just kind of bummed by because I wanted a big hit, but they still could have to pull everything. And my guess is at this point, Coors is rapidly revamping all their logos and everything just as a preemptive strike. They fucking should be. If not, that is a very pompous move.
Right.
Well, it was from the get-go. And to be honest, I'm actually glad that they didn't have to change it just because creating logos and stuff, I mean, there's always a chance that it's going to look similar to something else out there. But that was kind of blatant, with how big those two companies are.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Kind of blatant. I think it's about as blatant as you get, but case continues, but whatever. Next beer news. This one I found interesting because I follow the Brewers Association, or the BA, if you're in the inner circle. Sorry. They
We're
have
not in the inner
officially
circle,
added
Jerry, so-
glitter beer as a competition style.
by Tom Haverford.
Yes.
Thank you.
Tommy Timberlake. Yeah, that's interesting. How did they come to that decision? Do we know?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just saw they announced, which I thought this glitter beer thing was just going to be a fad. Like, right, it was going to be here for a bit and then gone, but no, it's around to stay.
And I think we also thought that about hazy IPAs and hazy IPAs, but
Well, hazy IPAs at least can be good. Have you guys had any glitter beer?
no.
I have not. I really want this competition to have like an extra little bit that they judge on, which is how much sparkle this beer will give off.
Well, I have had some glitter beer
What?
from Barbarian Brewing.
Did your tongue glitter?
No.
Did your eyes sparkle?
And it wasn't that glittery
Like
either
anime?
because they used a dark ale for it, which I thought was kind of silly. But what's interesting about glitter beer is you can do it with literally any type of beer. And it can kind of create some fun colors, some fun looks to it. But it's like this glucose sugar starch that they add right at the end of the brewing process, pretty much before they keg it. And it doesn't have a taste to it, but it has this weird, like, at least to me, the ones I've had, because I think I've actually had 2 or 3 of them, it like this almost papery aftertaste in your mouth. Like it's a weird texture thing that just kind of makes you go, it's just, at least that's what it did for me.
It makes it seem like
Okay.
your mouth is kind of sticking to
Oh
itself.
yeah, just the roof of your mouth is super dried out. Like if you've ever actually eaten a piece of paper, like this doesn't taste like anything, but it's kind of weird.
That is weird. Huh. Interesting.
We'll
All
see.
right.
But whatever. If part of me thinks this is weird, but I also don't mind it because it does kind of bring a fun creation aspect of it. right?
Right.
And I think it's always kind of fun to have a neat, like, little wild card out there one where you get a little fun with it, get a little nuts. You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts. But here's the cool thing about competition, which is that the competition breeds in like an increased performance. So with that, we could see better quality glitter beers come
sure.
out of competition as a result, which is pretty cool.
Absolutely. And figure out better ways to make that texture less and less whatever it is.
Offensive?
I wouldn't say offensive is the word.
Okay.
It's not that. It's not like it made it bad. It's just kind of weird. That's all I'm saying, is because you can tell there's definitely something there.
Yeah. Changes the mouthfeel.
Exactly. That's pretty much it. But
Interesting.
we'll see.
All right.
It's a terrible idea in general. Fuck it.
Paula does not approve.
Stupid fucking
Shut it
people.
down.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. They do it with wines as well. So, I mean, it's not nothing new.
I feel like wine's okay, but with beer, it's just like, go fuck yourself.
Well, fuck yourself.
Don't mess with PK's beers then.
It's not the worst thing that's happened in here.
It's not the worst thing.
I mean, there was those hard soda trends that were happening forever, which I think kind of still are. And now there's these hard, like,
Yeah.
soda
seltzer.
waters, seltzers.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, they're everywhere.
But here's the interesting thing: they're experimenting with so many different mediums. So like we're just getting like a result of like, what does this taste like? We'll figure it out, and then like over time, yeah, it's going to narrow itself down. But for right now, we're just in an experimental period, which is interesting.
It's all just fizzy water, happy juice.
Well, exactly. And it turns it pays off because in 2018, craft beer sales rose 7%,
Oh, see, there you go.
up from they went up there. So they were responsible for $27.58 billion in sales. That's, I didn't write down the total number, but 24.2% of the beer market. And 2017, they were 23.4. So they went up almost a whole percent. So the mark keeps moving. Craft beer keeps winning.
Yep. Cool. See?
At least went pretty hard. That's kind of cool to think. It's almost responsible for a quarter of the market.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize it was like, because I remember when I first got into craft beer hard, like even I want to say 5, 6, 7 years ago, not that long ago, it was like 12 or 13 at best.
Mhm.
And to see now that it's already up to almost 25%, which we're sure if we have this conversation beginning of next year, it'll be over the 25% mark.
Yeah.
Easily.
So that's kind of cool, man.
It's pretty
Just
rad.
love it. That's, to me, that's like a true win for capitalism.
Mhm. Agreed.
And the right way.
And the small business.
That's my whole point. Exactly this. But the capitalism and the ways you think capitalism kicks ass. This is a good W for that. So I really like it. Keep crushing it, craft beers.
Keep doing it.
Crush it hard.
Doing it.
Send us some of your stuff. I have a interesting kind of bit of news that we have for beer. There's an article that came out, and it basically talked about how beer yeast was starting to take over people's brains. So it's like zombie beer. What are you guys looking for? You're distracting the heck out of me.
The bottle.
It's the
Oh,
PK
Paul's
has it.
got it.
All right.
Yeah.
So this article, I believe, was done by New School Beer, and it announced that beer yeast controls brewers' brains. So basically, yeast is everywhere, right? Everybody kind of knows that. It's in our guts, it's in our skin, it's everywhere. It's even on like the backs of manta rays and stuff. It's everywhere.
Guts or butts and or nuts.
Yeah. But this particular yeast strain, like it, that is brewed with a fungus, and fungus, if it infects you, can have different effects.
Gets in you. Yeah.
Yeah. So what they found is that young brewers, not necessarily like old brewers that have done it for a while because they have other yeast strains that are also competing, will try and make them like, oh, I like that yeast more than the other one. And they've done like double-blind tests and everything else. Surprisingly enough, the one yeast that they found has been the most problematic for this is present in New England hazy IPAs. So maybe that's even another reason why they are so popular.
It's a zombie epidemic.
It is.
Well, yeah, it just triggers that dopamine like response in our brains, and it's almost like an addiction, if I'm not mistaken. We just keep finding ourselves getting attracted to it. So it's like it's talking to our primal brain here, and it says, "Drink me."
That's friggin' hilarious.
Somebody found gold there, which is interesting. I like that a lot. Also, drinking game. Every time you hear Vic say the word interesting, take a drink.
I have been.
Fantastic.
I've been doing this for 20 years.
Solid.
You've been drinking for 20 years?
I don't want to talk about it.
Wow.
It seems like that. Or
Oof, that was an early start.
I feel like we
went
need
to the
to talk
future,
about
came
it.
back.
That's literally twice as long as you should have been drinking at this point. Yeesh.
Yeah.
Well, I feel sorry for your kidneys. And probably your sperms.
They're alive. I don't need kids.
Yeah.
I've got enough.
Did you guys, so have you guys seen the latest Avengers Endgame trailer?
Yes. Jinx.
There's only one thing about this trailer that matters for this particular conversation, and that was craft beer fans spotted a nice little cameo in it. Thor is drinking a can of beer in it, sitting at a table drinking beer like he does because he's a fucking real man. And it's from Creature Comforts Brewing from Athens, Georgia. It's called Athena.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
we have to see if we can fucking find this beer.
Yeah.
It pops up. It's a Berliner style wise, which kind of makes sense, being that he's, I guess.
I thought he was Australian.
He is.
Well, I'm trying to think more the Norse style. You know, he's a Norse god, and that seems like a beer that the Scandinavians might drink
Well,
of the area.
Mead makes a lot more sense for him. This makes sense to
Sure.
me because this movie is shot in Athens, Georgia, so that's probably where they received it.
Exactly. And I guess mead might make more sense, but that's a little bit harder to get a hold of. Plus, I'm sure he would have drank mead then and then tried craft beer and be like, well, there's better shit now.
There you go.
Moving on from mead.
Moving on up.
Well, he did have that one small bottle of 200-year-old aged stuff in, what is it, Avengers Age of Ultron that he shared with Captain America.
Oh,
and
that was
Stan Lee.
Asgardian. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Um,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I like it. I like that it made an appearance. We'll have to look, we'll
I
have to
still,
look
I
for
think it
on
is
the-
kind of
on the
cool that
real-
they gave a
video.
shout out to it. But if we see it or if you guys see it, give it to us, please.
Yeah, we'd love that. How great would that be? And
It would be amazing.
an Endgame when Thor's like, "Hey, Cap," if he's still alive. Or maybe he's just like, "For Cap."
For Cap. Pour one out for Cap. Oh, Lord. Also, more Endgame news. It broke the record for day one pre-sales.
Did you guys get your tickets?
Sure.
No.
No.
In
I did.
6 hours. So if you haven't got your tickets, maybe you fucking should. What movie did it beat?
I know the answer, so I
Star
can't
Wars,
really- yeah.
Last Jedi.
No, close. If you know the answer, you can say it.
Oh, I want.
You
Well,
don't
let's
know.
keep the guessing going.
Keep the guessing going. Let's see if you guys know, huh?
Avengers Infinity War?
No, that's like 5th place.
Oh, wow. Okay. This is pre-orders, right?
Yes, day one. Day one pre-sale tickets.
And it beat out Star Wars.
It did.
Which Star Wars?
But which Star Wars?
Oh, it's episode 7.
Which was?
Which was?
I don't know, the one with BB-8.
The one with BB-8, The Force Awakens?
Yes, that one.
Yes, that's correct.
Ah,
But here's the thing. I saw that on Fandango. It said it beat it in 6 hours. But it didn't say what the numbers were, either like dollar amount or tickets.
Oh, so we don't really.
So I'm not sure exactly what that is. Granted, I didn't dig too hard, but I was kind of like, it's interesting to me that you say that in one article, but you don't give me the motherfucking amounts. And also, CinemaCon. Wait, was it? No, not CinemaCon. This thing that this cinema event in India.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kevin Feige was there and was asked about Stan Lee's cameos, and he said he thinks that Endgame will be Stan Lee's last cameo. He's like, because honestly, I can't remember if Stan Lee was feeling well enough to do the Spider-Man cameo that he was supposed to, the Far From Home one.
Okay.
He's like, so unless I'm wrong, I think this is his last cameo.
Kind of fitting.
Yeah, kind of fitting. Yeah, absolutely.
I would like his last one to be like Spider-Man, though. I think he's a lot more just synonymous with Spider-Man than just about anything else.
Super.
So I would kind of like Far From Home to be his final one. And granted, we don't know, Kevin Feige also is kind of known to fuck about things. But is this a thing you fuck about?
I don't
Probably
think
not.
you fuck about with it.
I don't think you fuck about with it either.
Well, I think it's BS. Kevin Feige remembers. I know that he does.
Oh yeah.
No shit.
Oh, yeah.
He's just fucking roll.
Which also makes me think he might be fucking about.
He's fucking about. Yeah.
Speaking of talking with an English accent and
What?
Spider-Man being far from home, our next beer is brewed in an English style, right? I believe so.
It's an English style strong ale.
Oh, that's right. PK, can you tell us a little bit about this beer?
Yeah, I like this beer. What the fuck was that?
Jesus Christ.
Do you have an attitude? Do you need to like chill? Do you need to get pee?
Man, this is hard lost control.
Yikes. All right. Go ahead. Say words with your face.
I started celebrating National Beer Day early.
Apparently.
He's rowdy.
Yeah.
This is the Tanglefoot from McCall Brewing Company.
McCall!
I drink all my beer. I really like this beer.
You already drank. We haven't even fucking introduced it
Yeah,
yet.
it's super fucking good.
I wonder if our friend Kyle had anything to do with this. one.
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Good thing I bought 2 bottles of this.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Dope. We'll stick that in my pants. This
It's
is
pretty
it's seasonally brewed Old English style ale is our most popular winter beer. A hefty malt bill and hops combine to form a floral and sweet offering, says McCall Brewing Company.
This is supposed to be a winter beer?
Yeah.
That's what the bottle says.
Ah, it is what the bottle says, because that's what he said, motherfuckers.
I'm getting a lot of toffee notes off of this. It's pretty nummy. Numbs for my tum-tums.
This is amazing. Yeah, I tried it too. Light malty, good roast.
Not smoky.
That. Holy shit!
Beach to it.
That, but like at the same time, we were gonna say it together. Either way, that's amazing. This is really, really yum yums. What do we got? 8.5%. So this guy is.
Yeah.
It's up. It's up there, yo.
Who?
I'm kind of sad this is a seasonal. I'm not gonna lie.
This is also our I'd Tap That segment.
Oh shit!
Okay.
That's right. Oh, you introduced the beer and didn't even talk about it.
No one
Also,
told
I
me
feel
that.
like that's your
I
fault.
didn't know that.
What the
Told
fuck
me.
is our I Tap That segment?
Our I'd Tap That segment is when we determine, basically it has to be a beer from Idaho, and whether or not we would tap a whole keg of said beer. Ryan, Vic, why are you laughing?
No one told
I
me.
just, this got silly. We completely lost our phone.
Yeah,
at this
I mean,
point.
okay, cool. But yeah, if we would have a full keg of it, if we were to invite people over, if we would be able to finish that keg, or just how often we would return to it again and again and again if it was on tap. So,
Excellent.
excellent.
Good job, guys.
I would tap that.
That's your rating? You going?
Yeah, you want to have it?
Yeah, actually, I'll call it out right now. I tap
Okay.
it.
That's fine. I was
good
just
rating.
clarifying, but yeah, okay. Excellent.
It's a good rating.
Jerry,
I don't think you
what do
rated
you got?
it.
That's not even rating it. That's just saying if I tap it or
okay.
not. I tap it.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
what would you rate it?
Yeah.
Since you already said you tap it, I just figured you said you rated it.
I don't know.
We're here.
Rails. Yeah.
3.5.
Get your shit together, all y'all. Come on, we're trying to have a podcast here. For the
I'm looking at
record,
Jerry sideways right now. Just looking at him completely sideways.
this is a pretty good beer, and again, I'm a little frustrated that it's a seasonal because it shouldn't be. It's a fun name, Tanglefoot. I'm just all about the fun words tonight. Because what's life if you don't have a little bit of fun?
Say more fun words.
Dingleberry,
Boner.
hydrogen peroxide.
Salsa.
Uranus? This is
Madagascar.
Way to take it down a notch, Paul. It was a fucking podcast for adults, and you take it down to a churlish level. This beer is phenomenal. It was, I got 2 of them at Albertsons. They were, I think it was like $5.79 a bomber or something, so pretty well priced actually. It's at a 3.65. I'm gonna round it up to a 3.75, and I would absolutely tap it, especially since it's seasonal. You gotta get it while you can. It was a Janis Joplin song, in case you guys didn't.
No,
well, that was
uneducated apparently.
I thought I sounded just like Janis Joplin.
Goddamn. Here's where we're at. So I will go with a 3.5 on this one. I like it. It's a little dark for my tasting, but that's okay as well. I would tap this though. I would get a smallish 1.5 liter, maybe not 1.5 liter. That's pretty small, but like a pony keg, pretty small one. I drink on it for a whole day. So I would tap it.
Suckle at it.
What would you rate it?
You said
3.5.
3.5.
I wasn't listening, sorry.
Oh, well, see, that's what you get. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. You're still thinking of weird words, aren't you?
Yeah. Xylophone, Kegel,
Toblerone.
Keef, Queef,
Keef Queef.
Keef, Queef.
Quiche.
Quiche. Quiche is a great fun word.
It is. It is. Hadron Collider. Hadron Collider. I said that wrong, didn't I?
Hadron
You
Collider.
messed it up. All right. PK, what are you rating this?
Speed Force. Dude, I fucking love this beer. I would tap the fuck out of it. 4.25. I would drink it all day, every day.
No.
Nice.
Antelope.
Race car backwards.
Carcinogen.
The palindrome. Yeah.
Okay, this needs to stop.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's. On that note, are we good, gents? So can we take a B rake, or do we want to continue?
Yeah, let's go get our shit together.
Yeah, let's go real quick.
And we'll be right back.
Enjoy this ad.
Damn it.
Jesus.
Fucking lost control.
Off the rails right now.
I don't know what happened. It just stopped.
Good Lord.
We just started naming words.
This is going to be the
What
first
is this
podcast
show?
so bad we don't air. Let's see.
People like wording.
Pull it from fucking YouTube.
What?
Yeah. I'm just gonna put it in the show notes. This show's absurd. Strap in tight, get on board. This is what's happening.
Oh my.
I just ended the Instagram.
All right. You want to,
No.
PK, what are you doing?
I'm getting out.
Getting out? Okay, I think I might get out too. Sorry, YouTube. Just please fast forward until we're available to come back at you. And yeah, I don't know. We'll go have more fun.
Which battery would I have?
If you come and you see that we're here and you're like, what is up with this still webcam? There's people are live, but they're not there. Like, that's completely unprofessional. Welcome to our show today. See you in a bit. Peace. I have to go all the way around because he put the camera right there.
Jackass.
All right.
I'm just looking at YouTube now.
Yeah.
Kind of move my phone. Oh.
Oh, it wasn't that long of a walk, Evie.
You know what? I just had a great thought. I'll say this at the end. I think this would work out really well simply because it's like we're talking about shitty movies, we're having a shitty podcast.
Oh, wow, you're right. See, and we're back on track.
We're back on track with a solid reframe. She just like I took her for a really long walk.
Thank you. There's douche in this one. Why you? Awesome. Oh, yeah. Now, kind of meta. Solid reframe. Yeah, we're just, since we're talking about shitty movies, we're having a very weird ass podcast. So, you know what? It's so bad, it's good. We structured the show this way. Have fun, motherfuckers. I can move it. Okay. Queso? Alright. Yeah, and raise it back inside. Oh, straight keep this going. You got any pockets? Right, wait, that's a big bottle. You want to talk pizza with it? Caesar style? Yeah. I'm saying you love that. You don't like what you don't want. Oh, yeah. It's been a while since we've gone through this many years on the shot. So I did it. Or more of that. You go, we should have gone for more of that. Oh. Yeah. Always down, snacks it, and craft it, snacks it, smoke. Alright, that's important. Harvard is pretty much different right now, so. Your Harvard? Yeah. Why you got the Harvard? Birdie burns. I've been grading the last 12 years. Well. Everybody wants one. Is it real good? I'm trying to push one out. I don't feel like I have to. Alright. You got pee. We're gonna do it together. So you said you were gonna tear me up on the Transformers?
Oh, I was gonna say new asshole, but it's neither here nor there.
Say, why would you do that?
I don't know, that's just where my mind went.
Well, I apologize. No offense, Jake.
Tear me up from the inside out. Yeah, you can call me up.
Well, we gotta come up with something that I know how to sing.
I don't know what you want to say.
Well,
Hey, Daisy.
this song,
it
you know.
up. Bye.
Bye, puppers. puppers and doggers, puppos, doggos.
Furry children. Yeah. I don't know.
No, that's yeah. For those people that don't.
For those that don't know.
For those that don't.
Oh shit, is this still going? How do I turn this off? Oh, fuck.
What are you looking at? Oh, ugh.
You look straight into the camera. Oh, I messed up. I mean, that's just funny. Oh, I messed up.
Oh, we're still live. Cool. All right.
Also,
fuck.
I killed it on Instagram because I was going to restart it because I don't know how long it goes.
well, I guess we'll find out.
What goes what?
YouTube's still going.
Well, YouTube doesn't like have a time frame though, I don't think.
It
No,
does
it
not.
doesn't.
My
But
finger was just in the way.
it's gonna have
Instagram is
to,
an hour. I don't know what Facebook is. I assumed it would be about the same.
You're gonna have to recenter the camera as soon as
Let me
the
know.
cake gets around.
Let me know.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. More that way.
More this way.
Yeah, angle. Yeah, about that. That's pretty good. I don't know. We'll see. You might need to go back further. What? What do you need?
Nothing.
Your lighter?
Totes.
Your vapors?
Stuff.
Your stuff? Are you done making out with Facebook yet?
No.
Okay. Thank you for the beef sticks.
Yeah, I was telling them, yeah, I thought it was beef jerky, and I was like, oh, it's turkey.
Well, I'm here. Yeah.
Did you restart it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't.
Who's bringing us back? Vic, I think you should with your meta comment.
Well, I'm gonna leave that for the very end of the show.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's like.
Because if we continue to be bad, then it's.
Hi, Christy.
Exactly right.
And then it isn't meta anymore.
Then hopefully Matt and the children.
Do
Um,
you want to?
Oh, that was weird.
Good call, moving it back.
good coming in the back.
Angle it more towards you. Do you want to be in the shot more or me? You angle it towards you. There you go. Perfect.
So that's true.
Thanks.
All right. So let's get on to talk about our favorite shit. Although I do have 2 more news bits.
What are they?
That X-Men Dark Phoenix is officially the
Canceled?
last X-Men movie.
New Mutants is canceled then.
Maybe. And Will Ferrell and Adam McKay announced they are no longer going to be working together.
Oh.
But honestly, I think we can just get into it.
Yeah.
I am, just for my own personal interest, curious about the New Mutants movie. Is that gonna happen?
I'll send you the article that I have for it.
Cool.
So yeah, I said let's just get into it.
Let's get into the main top.
Okay, cool.
I put that Fremont in there in case we need it. We might not. I don't know.
So Stout, which one's next?
Spoon.
God, I want somebody to make a decision.
On the back it says, "Enjoy with people you trust." This makes me wonder if we're all gonna go insane.
I don't trust any of you guys.
I trust you to eat me. Eat my corpse after you kill me.
I trust you to bring a condom. And then throw it away because the Red Man doesn't use one.
I don't. Okay. Other than STDs, I don't need one anymore. I've been snipped.
Good God.
I'm shooting blanks.
God, dude. Yeah, just pick up a notch there.
I just,
It's just,
My joke was pretty good.
so that, yeah, it was good. Yeah, I just.
we just keep going with it. It's all right. It's all right. I can keep going as much times as I want. It's fine. No sperm in there.
All right, there's a cut sign. Everybody ready?
Who's bringing us back?
Vic or Will?
Sure.
Sure.
Let Will do it.
Well, Will
Will
do it.
volunteered.
All right. That's what I heard. Okay, here we go. And 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, Brew Crew. Hope you enjoyed that ad. Hope you found it intellectually stimulating. Maybe you learned something about yourself. Maybe you learned something about other people.
Maybe you learned something about your mother.
Maybe.
I doubt it though.
We're going to move on here. We're going to pour another beer right before we do. When we move on, we're going to talk about our main topic.
Jesus Christ, Will, get it together. What the fuck is happening?
Damn, bro.
Oh my God. We're getting ready to talk about some motherfucking shitty movies.
That's
I'm
right.
saying movies that people might think are shitty, or maybe are shitty on purpose, but you know what? We fucking enjoy them. And that's all right, because sometimes it's okay to enjoy shitty movies. That's how you do an intro, Will.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
This guy coming in, shitting on people's dicks.
Coming in hard.
Love you. You did great.
Uh-huh. Oh, I love you guys too. This is fun. So, talking about shitty movies that we all have guilty pleasures. Who wants to start us off?
Well, you know how we do. We're going to do some honorable mentions.
That's right. Who's going to start us off with their HM?
Or are we going to drink this beer first? Rock, paper, scissors, you and Paula. I don't know who represents what.
I'm beer movies.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Damn.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Let's get
Damn.
that 3.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
He won.
All right.
Ooh,
He's movies.
You were doing movie first.
nice.
Oh, we're not doing 2 out of 3?
Really, we were just
We
buying
did two.
time
We did
until
two.
you were
We did
done pouring the
one out of
beer.
three.
So now that you've poured the beer, let's talk about the beer.
I don't know. I thought we were doing the movies, though.
I don't care.
Jesus.
All about the rails.
All I'm trying to do is be difficult.
You don't say.
Oh, you didn't notice? Okay.
Well, it's no more than normal.
Well, let's do the beer since we don't have any beer.
Or this
Real quick, and then we'll get into the movies.
Thank
if
you.
I may object. This is one our friend Will was nice enough to pick up for us off of one of our favorite apps, Tavor.
Yep.
This is a spoonful of sugar helps your beer go down. I need to stop singing. Hey, what do I say? I don't know.
What is up
It's
with
really
you?
just a spoonful of sugar from Illuminated Brewworks. It is a dry hop double India Pale Ale with lactose sugar. Fucking thanks, Will.
You're welcome. I know it's just what you like.
And they're from Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
All right, you just left us there. That's cool.
No, he was waiting for me to pull up the app. I got it right here. This is 8% ABV. And on Tavor, I'm going to read the Tavor description. It has a little bit more than a spoonful of sugar because they're trying to sell it to you. So here we go. Take a sip. Wow, I just messed it up right off the bat. Take a sip of today's nostalgically sweet spoonful of sugar with your eyes closed, and you just might think you're drinking liquid candy. From Willy Wonka-like brewers at Chicago's Illuminated, this DDH double IPA is brimming with so much nectarous hop juice. It's like biting into a grown-up gusher. This 4.2 Beer Advocate rated brew is one of Illuminated's most indulgent treats, and our Sweet Tooth Tavor members can't get enough. They practically held us down and demanded we bring it back for a 4th time. Snag a can. Did we mention it's in cans this time? And you'll join a select few in the know craft fans going cuckoo for these hard to find brews.
Are you reading a novel there?
God, I was like, this is going
it does-
forever. You don't have to read the whole thing.
it does
We
keep
get it,
going on.
bro. We get it.
What do we got on Untappd for this thing?
Words with numbers.
Thank you.
So this says Untappd has us at 8% alcohol by volume, no IBU rating, sitting at a 4.04 on Untappd, derived from 3,599 ratings. It was added January of last year.
Dude, adult gushers indeed. This
It
is
smells
fucking-
wonderful. I will say that I'm nervous. But yeah, it says on the can, a spoonful of sugar is more than a beer. It's a philosophy, a sustenance. That's it.
Oh.
It goes on to tell you the hops and what's in it and stuff, but that's pretty much it. I'll read the whole thing. Galaxy and Matueka hops, I probably said that way wrong, are the star of the show, but it's the lactose sugar that elevates this beer to the gooey, gory ode to lupulin that it is. And this spoonful weighs a ton. Enjoy with people you trust. Well, I'm glad I'm with the right people at least.
Right. We'll go to the Limington together.
So this beer was $5.50 for a 16-ounce pint can.
Oh wow, that mouthfeel is. Oh wow,
Intense.
it's milky.
Yeah.
It's lactosey. Like I can tell, it's like, well, this is gonna be fun later. But oh my god, it's good.
Yeah, that is tasty.
This is population Youngtown. Because there are 4 of us.
I'm
Yeah,
glad I got 2. I
yeah.
have one waiting for me at home.
Yeah, this is a tasty beverage, man. This is fantastic.
You can smell the sweet on it.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes.
Well, it does. It's sweet in a very well balanced way, in my opinion. It's nice.
Oh, it's so refreshing. Surprisingly refreshing for something so sweet.
Yeah, it would appear though as a hazy IPA too, the way that it works. Not usually makes sense. Style.
It's double dry hopped, but it doesn't taste dry.
No.
Not even a little bit.
No.
It's fluffy. It's sweet. It tastes like a creamsicle gusher
Ooh.
almost. And it's what, 8%? This is dangerous,
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I love this beer.
Have you shown
It's-
this beer on the camera yet? Because the picture of it, I mean, it's a bright yellow can, and the picture of the guy on it, he's basically like a ginger looking guy, and he's got a spoonful of what looks like maybe this beer, and his eyes are all
The hypnotic swirl thing.
yeah, on both of his eyes. It's really crazy. Looks like maybe a zombie. Maybe he's having that zombie yeast that we were talking about earlier. But it's pretty good. What do you think, PK?
I love this beer. I want this beer all day. I think with the price point, I think I would buy this beer at least once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At $5.50, yeah.
Oh, totally. I would buy 2 or 3.
It really makes sense because it's a nice ABV. So it's worth the price, I think, and it is delicious. If you see this and you can get a hold of it, I absolutely recommend it.
Right.
It's got a 4.04 rating with pretty much 3,600 ratings. So that's a pretty dang good rating overall. What do you guys think of that?
I think it's very aptly rated. If I'm going to start rating, which I will, I'm going to take a point on this one. I'm going to go with a 4.25. I think this is a very well rated beer. It's fantastic, tasty, refreshing, a wonderful representation of what a hazy IPA is.
Everything that Vic said, I'd double down on 4.25.
It's so funny to me that you said that because that's exactly what I rated it as well. But yeah, right away was 4.25.
Nice.
Look at that. I usually start drinking before you guys, and I immediately wrote 4.25.
No way!
So here's the question: is this a Brewnomics? What was it we were talking about?
Recommended.
Brewnomics, the recommended beer?
Yes, it is.
Apparently so.
Apparently we did that, yeah.
I would say
I mean,
yes.
we didn't even talk about it. We all
Hey,
just
we brought it up before. It's not something we'll bring up every single time. It may not be, but I think we may have officially found a Brewnomics recommended beer.
Yeah.
If you hear this, please go out and buy it. Support independent craft brewing and
Heck
support
yes.
great beer, man. This is
Absolutely.
great.
Drink craft beer, not crap beer.
there you go.
For the record, when
That motherfucker.
we did discuss what a Brewnomics recommended beer was, the stipulation was that every person that was on the cast at the time that was drinking it had to rate it a 4.0 or above in order for it to be a Brewnomics recommended beer.
Yeah,
and I've
absolutely.
gone back and looked at our graph, and there's only been like 2 others, in all of the history of Brewnomics that we have all had that unanimous decision on, like 2 or 3.
Damn.
And I can name them off the top of my head. You want to know what they are?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, I do actually.
It's not gonna be that surprising.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Let's see.
Do it.
The first one, or most recent, I should say, the most recent is Boise Brewing's Red Velvet Cream Ale.
Oh, yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense. Obviously.
Everyone rated it a 4.5.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. The next one is Iron Horses, Irish Death.
Quilted Irish Death. Awesome.
Mhm.
All
Yep.
right.
Yep, absolutely.
There it is. And now we have Illuminated Brew Works Spoonful of Sugar.
So that makes it
Well,
3
yeah,
so far.
At least 3. I think there might be one more. Give me a
60
minute.
minute. Was that it?
60-minute might have been. Yeah, give me 1 second
Should
here.
have been. If not,
Which
then
might be a
it
spoiler
never
into
is.
something into your guys' future. All right, so while you're looking at it, let's get into our movies. Who wants to go first with their honorable mention for their favorite shitty movie?
H to the HMs.
I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll
please.
go.
I love Power Rangers. I think they know this. Y'all should know this. If you don't fucking know this, you don't fucking know Brewnomics.
That means you have not paid attention to
You have
football
not.
at all.
You can't say you're a fan.
Brewnomics.
Look at you.
Go ahead, clarify
Chris.
that for us. Is that
It's weird because he calls his poops the Brown Ranger.
That's good.
Your
He's wearing,
turf pops out. Oh, look at that little Brown Ranger.
that's good. He's wearing his brown pants that day.
who? Let's clarify
I can't
your
even.
Power Rangers movie. Is
Okay.
Yes, which Power Rangers movie, sir?
Turbo, a Power Rangers movie.
okay.
Because that's a shitty fucking movie. I made Vic and Jerry watch that movie because I found it for $5 at Walmart. And I was like, this is going to be great. I ruined their lives for like at least 2.5 hours.
That is a true story.
And here's the thing, I was like, no, I've never seen this movie. And throughout the movie, I realized I have seen this movie. I just tried so hard to block it out because it's garbage.
It's so bad.
Oh,
They
there's that,
stuck it out.
there's that scene on the
Because
boat that
we're
makes
friends.
no sense because they have cars.
Literally
Like,
nothing
it's-
makes sense in this movie.
They're transporting cars on boats.
So
But
tell
yeah,
us why
yeah.
you love it, my man.
Because I just love Power Rangers, and this is just one of those things that you just kind of support what you love. You
I
know?
get that, dude. I totally
It's like
agree
when your
with that.
sports team is losing, it's just like, nope, still with you,
Still
bro.
with you.
Still with you.
you. Oh.
The movie doesn't flow. The acting's terrible. It has Justin the Blue Power Ranger who's 12 and turns to a man. I fucking hate that. 'Cause
Hate it.
he did it so poorly.
Oh yeah, there's a reason you never saw that kid again.
The only redeeming aspect of Turbo is the helmets. They're some of the best Power Ranger helmets ever made.
I could give you that. I could give you that. But yeah,
Totally
that like
badass.
little
I agree.
Justin kid or whatever the fuck his little Blue Ranger.
Oh, he was a
podcast
little bitch.
was.
Yeah, I
He was
fucking hate that kid.
Terrible. It was like, I'm gonna make you a little bitch. Oh, what the shit.
Thank you for agreeing with me.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, respect.
Prospect. Yeah, nice choice, Dan.
Can I go next?
Go, please.
I'm going to say this is kind of cheating because it's not necessarily a movie. It's 6 movies.
Cheat.
I'm talking about Sharknado.
Talking about the NATO, son.
Sharknado 2, the second one. Sharknado 3, oh hell no. Sharknado 4, The Fourth Awakens. Sharknado 5, Global Swarming. And then the last Sharknado, It's About Time.
Awesome choices.
They had one named The Fourth Awakens.
It was the fourth one, in fact.
Okay.
And I just love all those movies because they legitimately are intentionally bad. I mean, Einziering, Tara Reid, a cavalcade of celebrity cameos that are just cringeworthy cocksmen of shit.
Corporation?
Corporate.
Excellent alliteration, though, until you botch it in.
Thank you. I got there for a little bit. But it's so much fun, man. And it really is a great way. If you've got the day off and like you don't have anything to do, play some drinking games to a few of these movies. And all you got to do is Google it. It's not hard. But yeah, I've seen the first one came out in 2003. The last one came out in 2018. So in 5 years, they put out 6 movies.
Wait, you say 2003 to 2018?
Yes, sir.
15 years of Sharknado.
2013 to 2018.
Oh, I heard
apologize.
2003.
I
Okay.
probably said that.
All right.
2013 to 2018.
That's a grip of movies.
So
though.
in 5 years, they put out 6 movies.
It is. I have seen the first Sharknado, and that movie is horrendously bad. On purpose, though. It's
Yes.
fantastic
And
the
it's
way
like,
they portray it.
you almost wanted to give up, and then something so silly and charming would happen. You're like, fuck, fine, I'll keep rolling.
Have to keep going.
and each one gets more and more ridiculous from, parodying Star Wars. Literally in space, they had like lightsaber chainsaws to Indiana Jones, time travel, fucking almost you name it, they do it. It is absurd. And we've got cameos from every single member of Shark Tank, a shit ton of fucking wrestlers, musicians, athletes, and a lot of them get sharked, yo.
They all get NATO, don't they? Awesome. Great choice, man.
David Hasselhoff.
Oh, somebody hassled the hopper and
Yeah, some sharks try to hassle the Hoff.
does he live?
Of course he does.
Not
Until he dies.
till he does.
Kicked in the table.
Well, fucking.
He's in like, I think the last 3 of them or something like
I
that.
think the Sharknado series, this is something that maybe if you're just sick, it's on fucking TBS. It's just like, you know what, I'm gonna roll with it. Like you will watch all Lord of the Rings. You
Right.
go through it, and then you just feel better about yourself.
If you guys are like, how do I watch Sharknado? Last I checked, every single one of them was on Amazon Prime.
They were
That's
on-
how I watched them all.
Yeah, they were on Netflix for a while.
They were on Netflix for a while, and then I checked Netflix, and I was like, fuck. And then I went to Amazon, I was like,
Hooray!
Cool. I get down with that. I can watch them.
There you go.
William,
Go ahead, Dan.
All right, so get ready for this. Strap in. My honorable mention for crappy movie that I absolutely love is Transformers 2.
boo, hiss, boo, boo, hiss, boo.
hiss,
And I'm
hiss,
wondering why you're booing and hissing me.
Because everything about that movie fucking sucks.
hiss, hiss.
I don't know. To me, there's nothing redeemable about
It's not
it.
redeemable at all?
No.
Okay. Because I agree with you that that movie sucks and is garbage.
But I will
But-
shut up and hear you out.
All right,
Because
so let's point out the bad parts first, okay? It's like everything from like the 2 Jive robots, right? The
Sure.
green one and the
Yeah.
orange one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that
The
was
blatant
so
racism.
Yeah, so racist. To
Might as well be Jim Croce.
The mom on the pot brownie.
oh, I like that part.
You dumb fuck. Oh.
I didn't like the kitten calendar thing where he went insane. I also didn't like the weird tongue that strangled him from that whatever robot that was.
I think that Australian girl was even a worse actress than Megan Fox.
Agreed.
A lot of weird feelings with that scene. A lot of weird feelings.
Did it make you hard?
Right?
Whoa,
That was nice.
Obviously.
whoa, whoa.
The part where I forget the actor's name, but he's by the pyramids and he's under Devastator's
Shia
wrecking balls.
LaBeouf,
No, the other guy
John
there,
Turturro.
John Turturro. Yeah, he's underneath Devastator's wrecking balls. Just poor taste.
Yeah.
Like it's fine to show him. You don't have to comment on it too.
Yeah.
Anyways.
The Jesus.
Carry like some wrecking balls.
But I mean, mostly the parts that I hate about this movie were just how, like, you're featuring a new villain instead of Megatron when Megatron should have been, the main because it's Megatron. Why not? And instead, you also have the part where Optimus Prime dies like halfway through the movie, and then this gym sock filled with dust, which they call the leadership of Matrix, somehow brings him back to life for who knows what reason. But at the same time, like, it's giant robots fighting each other. I
Also
love
great.
that. I love the fact that they transform into cars. I like the part with the mom eating the pop brownies and being completely just obnoxious and embarrassing for her
That
son
scene was
and her
written by
husband.
somebody that never taken a pot brownie.
Yeah, probably. Which is probably why I found it funny, so.
You've never taken a pot brownie.
Because it actually makes you feel like that and you're just having like bad trip memories. Is that
Right, but that's not at all what's happening.
Okay.
You're just sitting there like this.
Like, I
Yeah.
wish I was doing that at this moment.
That's the one thing, that weed commercial, that anti-weed commercial back in the day in like the late 90s, early 2000s, where it's the girl that just looks like a deflated tube. That's one of the most accurate anti-drug commercials on the planet.
Really?
It's like she used to just do things. Now she just sits there and
Just deflated.
Who is she hurting?
Nobody. She's not doing anything. She's just sitting there like.
I'm here.
The only thing more accurate is if she would have like had a bowl of chips in front of her and she somehow goes.
Well, yeah, that whole piece thing was just like, dude, you just sit down. What are you doing?
Oh,
Watching a movie.
it's like, some days that seems like the exact thing that I would like to have.
And also, I think she just got way too high. You know?
Right.
It was just, I ate 2 of them.
Exactly. Too many brownies. Too many. It's only one brownie.
Yeah, that Transformers, like, it is definitely a guilty pleasure of mine because I just, I like the Bumblebee taking down Scorponok, kind of ripping him in half. I like Optimus Prime getting the jetpack and, totally destroying Megatron, ripping off half of his face, and then just ripping off the face of the fallen.
I'm sorry, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only one Transformers movie I think that I could even watch again and enjoy it all, and that's Bumblebee.
That's a great
I
movie.
haven't seen it yet.
You should
Oh,
watch it.
you should
It's
watch
on my
it.
Netflix list.
I
I'm
enjoy
gonna
it.
watch it,
It's
and
good.
I'm hoping
It's
that it's
actually pretty
good.
good.
Yeah.
It's out on Netflix now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Just recently added, like I think it was added like this month or something, maybe.
Yeah.
No,
Super recently.
I don't. I was gonna get it on the disc. I still use Netflix disc, the DVD.com version. So it might not be streaming yet. Just so we're
Okay.
That's kind of amazing. Too.
Yeah.
that I still
Wow.
get discs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm old school.
Wow.
That is pretty impressive.
Blu-ray, right? Or
Yeah,
actual
Blu-ray.
okay, I was like
You're
DVD?
Dude, you're a special person. man.
Big Dick Vic.
Oh yeah. So piggybacking on his love for giant robots, I went with a little known movie called Robot Jocks, and you're like,
Yes,
who the fuck is Robot
I
Jocks?
love Robot Jocks.
Yes. It
Yeah.
turns out that is what I was wondering.
How old were you when you saw this movie?
Let's see. I rented this at a Blockbuster purely based on what I saw on the VHS cover. Yes, I said VHS. Get over it.
I was 8.
I was also actually.
No. We were
Oh, were you there?
How old are you?
I'm 3 years older than you.
Excuse me.
You guys.
So this movie came out in 1990. I saw this movie on video VHS when I was in about 3rd, 4th grade. Yeah, I was 8 or 9 years old as well.
Yeah, it just appeals to that total genre, that kid age.
I don't know if I've seen this movie.
Because you saw it when it was like it had been out for a couple of years.
Oh yeah,
and I think I had seen it when it had been out for a year.
a year. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. This movie came out November 21st, 1990. All right.
1990.
This movie made $1.2 million.
That's pretty good for what it was.
Oh yeah.
What was the budget?
Budget? It was unknown at this point, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you that's domestic total gross at this point in 2019. So in over what is this 20 plus over the 30 years this movie has been out, it's only made $1.2 million.
Okay.
So think about that.
Maybe not quite as impressive as what I thought it was.
No, not in the least. Yeah. So this movie is straight up terrible, but it's awesome because it's straight up giant robots fighting giant robots, man.
Yeah.
It's fan-fucking-tastic. I was like, I want more of this. And then I watched a couple rip-offs of this movie. It's straight up terrible. It's beyond horrible.
Even the sequel is not that great.
Oh, don't.
I love how you brought that up.
Yeah. The acting in this is beyond terrible. It's just smarmy. It's like quotey. It's fucking just dumb. But it's just big dumb fun. Really, it's awesome. It takes place in this dystopian future that giant robots now have to fight each other to gain territory, and like it starts out like 2 giant robots are fighting each other to gain ownership of Alaska at this moment in time because of its resources. And there's this whole culture in the movie that is spurred because of that. So you have people like genetically enhanced humans created simply to control these giant robots being bred. And it's like it's these giant like just joysticks these fucking people are controlling, and it's just awesome, man. It's awesome.
In my opinion, it doesn't seem like 1990. You know, it's.
Oh no, it seems way earlier.
Yeah.
I definitely have not seen this movie.
It seems like it's like an 83
It
type of
doesn't,
movie.
and it doesn't surprise me. This movie is literally super unknown. Like it's so far under the radar. I literally have to explain it to nearly every person I come across.
Yeah, Vic was surprised when he knew that I had heard of it.
I was very surprised. Nobody knows about this one.
Before we get to our other beer, may I say something?
Go.
Not about that particular movie. You done?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
Well, it's Captain Interruption, right?
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You.
But I'm adorable.
All true
He's
statements.
looking at me and he's like, Paul.
All true statements.
Another HM, if you guys don't mind.
Sure.
Real quick, Starship Troopers.
Oh,
Dude,
I was
yeah,
like,
nicely done.
I was just thinking about that when you said it, and I love that you did. And then I was talking about it with just not necessarily somebody I work with, but somebody I work with. But we were talking about Starship Troopers. And one thing that I find interesting about Starship Troopers for men our age group, born pretty much like 1984 1984 to 1988-ish. Ask a lot of your male friends. It is amazing the percentage of dudes that this is the first movie, Starship Troopers that is, that they saw titties.
They saw titties. Yeah.
Oh, straight up, man. Yeah. Like, and it comes out of nowhere too. You don't even like notice. Like, you're like, wait a
And
second.
it's more than one set of titties.
It's way more than one set of titties. Yeah. Good point.
But yeah, good memories.
Speaking of good memories, what was that movie for each of you guys? Was it this movie?
Oh yeah,
our first pair of
it was
titties.
mine. Yeah. No, that's what I think is great because I know it was. I think it was all three of ours, and that's what I said with this rep. I said that to him. He goes, "Mine too."
I feel like we're all Eskimo brothers now. We're saying.
So it was close for me, but actually one of the things that happened with me was I wanted to go see was it Alien Resurrection, the fourth Alien movie with my friend,
Okay.
and his mom was going to take us to the theater, and she's like, "No, I don't want to watch that hot garbage. I'm going to take you to something classy and tasteful."
She took me to Titanic.
That's exactly right.
I knew I was gonna say because that's number 2. The other one is fucking Titanic.
We saw that with my friend's mom, and it was just the most awkward thing ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Did you know that?"
Just talking about a moment that you didn't know was coming either, right? All of a sudden, Kate Winslet's titties are out.
Because nobody
Like, oh,
talked
hello.
about that. Nobody talked about that at the time. man.
It's PG-13, so you don't think you're gonna see it either. So
Straight
I was like,
up
it's
kids.
one of the two. I knew that's what it was
Straight up
gonna
titties.
be.
We got to put this in the description of the podcast.
Oh.
By the way.
Shitty movies and the first movies we saw. Shitty movies and titty movies.
There it is.
But I mean, that's how those shitty movies got by, man. They're like, well, we know we got to do something. We're gonna start showing some tits and ass, man.
Titties.
That's what's gonna get us by.
Porkies, come on. HM to that one.
HM to that one for sure.
Oh Lord.
Awesome. All right.
All right.
Well,
We
Let-
apologize.
we're-
Brew crew especially.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're pouring a new beer
Female
right now. What are you pouring, JB?
I'm not sure. I'm just pouring. I'm not looking at the label. What am I pouring? Okay, this is the Copper Kettle Brewing Company out of Denver, Colorado. It's called Snowed In. This is an oatmeal stout ale aged in bourbon barrels with maple syrup. So this bitch is gonna be sweet, sweet. Thank you, Paula.
Yeah, this is gonna be super mapley. Our ABV is 12.4.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it dipped up a notch.
That's what I need right now.
Okay,
is more
so-
ABV.
This can is really interesting. By the way, it is a 19.
Oh, you know,
I
Finn
knocked it
Balor.
over. Yeah,
Even the Demon Finn Balor, which is more impressive.
it's a 19.2 ounce can, and that one can cost $17.99.
Jesus!
Oh, shit. You get your
So-
mama with that mouth, sir.
You know, this was made with real maple syrup. And I mean real maple syrup.
maple syrup,
I expect this to be really mapley. Jerry poured me a double shot, it looks like. Which is
Poured you
great.
the same amount I poured us all, you pussy.
I wasn't complaining. I was
There.
I was thanking you.
Man, that was a hard pee.
Hard pee. Yeah. It's
Um,
almost impossible to pour 4 people the same amount from 19 ounces, though. So
You did I perfect it every time.
Hard pee, man. That's what I'm saying.
So
Hardcore.
we've talked a lot about the beer labels and how that they're just slapped on there nowadays onto the can, which is to save on printing costs of printing on the actual aluminum itself. What I've noticed that some companies have been starting to do is that they have been shrinking like a pre-printed label onto the can, like it's almost like a heat shrink.
Mhm.
Right, which is super cool. I think that's probably the best way to do it,
I
to
dig
be
it.
honest. This has the heat shrink, and
And
then
the sticker.
it also has a sticker, which is gold stamped. It's like it's actual
I was
reflective.
gonna say, somehow it looks classy as fuck though, right? It actually
Yeah.
looks super clean. I dig this label a lot.
It is
it really is a nice,
really
clean-
cool looking.
clean
And,
looking
and the,
one.
the stickers specifically placed, it doesn't have the same, it's not just a straight flat design. It has a little bit of a ridge of a stamp cut out at the top where it kind of bends up to incorporate the artwork. It just looks good, man. It definitely is fitting for a beer that isn't probably brewed all that often or bottled or canned all that often. And is hot, a very expensive beer.
Well, do you know how not often this is? Let's give it a don't drink it just yet. Let's keep talking about this beer a little bit. On the can, it actually says only Paula, don't drink it.
I'm smelling it. I'm smelling it.
Only 210 cases were produced. Support your local, 5471. I don't know what that means. Probably a Colorado thing. Probably some dude with weed, fucking potheads. It says, drink your morning oats. Perfect for cellaring. Made with real maple syrup. Best flavor, serve at 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius.
So we're probably drinking this beer a little bit too cold.
Yeah, so
That's why I said give it a minute. Yeah.
Also, I just wanted to mention, so because you said that there were 210 cases created from this, in a beer case, based on the industry standard, there are 24 cans per case. So that means that there were only 5,000 cans.
Thank you for doing that math. That's actually quite interesting. I
Yeah,
appreciate
Thank you.
that.
So we
He's
got
been
one
on
of the
point.
5,000.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's why you got the computer. So tasting notes on the side here, it says, we created Snowed In for relaxed mornings when work is optional. I like their style already. And the snow keeps falling. Brewed with real maple syrup, this oatmeal stout pairs well with a hearty breakfast. Enjoy hints of bourbon from barrel aging as you sit by the fireplace. So it's like start your fucking morning with a 12.5%.
If you were a real man,
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you?
Oh my God, that is hardcore.
Have
And it
this with some
says
pancakes.
it pairs with salted maple fudge, chocolate chip pancakes, candied bacon, or camembert cheese. Jesus Christ.
That's got to be some expensive, rich cheese.
These people oh yeah, I'm like, your income is definitely higher than mine.
Cheese. Yeah, absolutely.
Jeez.
Well, I like drinking with you guys, and this was kind of a treat. I saw it, and I was like,
Thank you.
I really
sir.
like
Yeah,
I really
you
like
will.
maple.
Yeah.
This is straight up.
So what's our untapped stats?
So Untapped has us sitting at a what is that? 4.21, right? 4.21 derived from 148 ratings. It was added February 28th of this year, so it's been on Untapped for a month or so.
Okay, so relatively new, but
Mhm.
still really good. And we know that there's only 5,000 in circulation, and 148 people have already checked it in. So maybe some people are cellaring this
To
beer.
be specific,
It
yeah,
is perfect
5,000
for cellaring.
5,040 individual 40 cans have been created, and
Because
only 148.
Probably the people that made this beer are actually wealthy enough to understand how, to be able to afford a cellar for alcohol.
Yeah.
That's when you know you've made it.
Cheap.
It's not just the beer fridge in the garage.
It's
It's
the
you
cellar.
have a cellar
You have
for your
a,
booze. That's when you've really fucking made
you've
it.
carved out a place out of the earth to put your beer.
Right? And your liquors and your wines, whatever it may be.
And you've then climate controlled that environment to be specific with humidity and temperature, no matter what it is outside. That's you made it.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a good beer to finish.
Straight up.
Finish on.
Oh,
So should we rate it, gents?
I only said oh.
I haven't even
one beer.
drank it yet. I'm trying to let it kind of warm up a little bit. I took a sip, motherfucker. This is boozy smelling.
I got maple though too.
Oh yeah, sweet and boozy.
Oh, I get a lot of alcohol off the nose on this one. Straight
Yeah.
rubbing alcohol, really.
Paul is writing down his
This
notes.
definitely tastes like you're not going to work. That's for sure. If you start your
Oh
day
my
with
gosh,
this.
yeah.
I'm just thinking, if you drink this in the morning, you've made a firm decision not to do anything the rest of the day.
No, to me, it's you're Ron Swanson. You wake up, you want some bacon, and you want some of this beer.
Well, and in all fairness, they do say, on the can, you are snowed in. So
Yeah.
you might as well enjoy don't worry. Sit down by the fireplace, take a sip. We're going to warm you up.
We got
We're going to take care of you. I know it sucks, but you know what? Let's make it a special day for you. You deserve this. I like that.
There you go. Yeah, and that's what this beer is all day.
No condom day.
Awesome.
That's pretty much what I got to say about it. So I get that it says that, but I really kind of like what it represents. It represents it well. It is a special occasion sort of thing. Maybe a little too special occasion for my taste, but hopefully one day it won't be.
Did you drink it? This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, William, what do you rate it?
All right.
Mm.
I'll go you. I'm gonna rate this a 4.75.
Woo! Ho!
I am jonesing off this beer. It is
Ho!
so good.
I think you've achieved the highest Brewnomics rating as a whole at this point.
No, I think I gave one beer that I had multiple times. I think I had given them a 5.0.
You did. Okay.
Yeah, there have been that, but that's up there. I said, wow!
Yeah.
It's good. man.
Extrapolate. Tell
I
me
love
what
this.
makes it a 4.75 worthy, man. That's a huge rating.
It is a special occasion beer. I will give you that. But it is so good. It is so sweet. It is so smooth. It embodies every single type of dark beer, roasty, malty, yummy, caramely, maple notes that I love. And it's a 12. What is it? Was it 12%? Yeah, 12.4% ABV. And and for me, it hides all of it. Like you can smell a little bit of the booze off of it, but I do not taste any of it at all. The only parts that I taste that are slightly boozy are the taste of the bourbon. It's bourbon flavor, not bourbon burn.
Okay.
I don't get the booziness that you would normally have with any of it. And because of that, because I like a bourbon flavor, but I don't like the bourbon alcohol burn.
I love bourbon. It's one of my favorite boozes.
It's a good booze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. I when I drink it, because I don't drink it that often, I usually get top shelf because I don't like that crappy burn that you usually get.
Devil's
With the
Cut
stuff.
from Jim Beam is my favorite bourbon.
Devil's Cut. That's
Devil's
pretty
Cut,
good stuff.
that, especially if I have a sweet tooth, that with maybe a cherry or vanilla Coke. Wonderful.
Johnny Walker Blue, straight.
Oh,
Yeah.
isn't that a little pricey?
Yes. Like I
No?
said,
like $100 bottle or something.
Yeah, it's usually goes for like
Yeah, Devil's Cut's like,
40 a shot.
oh yeah, Devil's Cut's like $25 a bottle. So that's a
Okay.
little more than my
Yeah,
favorite.
I don't go out and drink alcohol all that much, and because of that, it's like when I do, I'm gonna enjoy it and I'm gonna pay for it. But that's about it. Or I try to get other people to pay for it for me.
I will say a can of this, if I'm drinking this, would last me probably all fucking day.
But it's better warm-ish. So yeah, why not?
Remember that hole it says on the can, let it warm up for 50.
This guy. I know. Yeah.
Continue. It would last you all day. Come on.
I'm just saying, but I'm glad I have friends to share it with because it would be painful for me to drink this whole can. So you go to 4.75, Paula, Vic, Jerry, what do one of you guys give it?
First of all, you refer to yourself in the third person.
I know. I feel like Jerry should go first, says Paula.
That was kind of weird.
By the way,
Referring myself in the third person, I don't typically do that. It's really good. I like it. I don't know if I'd give it a 4.75, but I do think I'd give it a 4.
okay.
It's really, really yummy. And it definitely, this is something I would love to have cellared for that very specific day.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna do 4 as well. I think it's a strong beverage. It's great, well crafted. That maple flavor comes through incredibly well. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. This beer deserves to be cellared and enjoyed on a very specific day for a very specific time.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way it tastes. I think it is a good beer. For me, it is a bit too mapley,
Okay. I can accept that.
but I do enjoy the way I do enjoy how boozy it is, to be honest.
Dude, if you like kind of made some, candied some bacon with this beer, that would probably be legit.
Yeah, make it dope as fuck. Yeah,
Dope,
dope as
yeah.
fuck. What is it, some French
Then it
toast
would
or
really
something?
make it- oh,
Yeah, that'd be dope as fuck. But
I like that.
you know, when I wake up, for the most part, I want at least 2 or 3 mimosas before I do anything new. That's just tradition in me. But rating this beer, I give it a 3.5.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
all right.
Oh, 3.5?
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, that's still not a bad rating.
It
That's
is
pretty
not
good
a bad
one,
rating. Not as high as everybody else, but not as bad.
But Paul, I got another question.
Sure.
What's your favorite shitty movie?
Dude, mine is Batman and Robin.
Ow!
This has been a debate with all of us for years.
It's a great shitty movie.
I watch this movie when I'm sick. I watch this movie when I'm horny sometimes. I watch this movie.
Batgirl. Yeah.
It's not Batgirl. It's just the movie. I love this movie.
See, this one I can't do, but I'm on the Batman Forever train. for some reason that a lot of people shit
I'm-
on, but
I'm
I'm like, I
actually right there with
fucking
you.
love Batman
Yeah.
Forever. But Batman and Robin is one that I watch, and sometimes I'm just like, nope.
It's too out there, right?
Yeah.
But it's so comic booky and so cartoony. It's just like, how can you not like just be engulfed in this world?
I loved it when I first saw it because I think, what, 5th grade, I want to remember, I saw it the first time. And that was right when I think my wiener first started to tingle. And I was like Alicia Silverstone and Uma Thurman still.
There you go. Costume changes,
Mhm.
nipples, cod
Butt
pieces, butt cheeks. They shot the grapple and it came from their fucking wrists. I mean,
Dude, that was a
come
great
on.
scene. Yeah.
Come on.
Bat skates.
Bat skates, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That
Mr.
card.
Freeze.
We had
Yeah.
Bane. I don't know where he was kind of weird in the bitch, but y'all was
He
like, you know, he
was.
did his thing. He did his thing.
He did his thing.
And it was just so zany. It was just like, how could I not love this movie?
Right? Poison Ivy. Yeah, that was silly.
Probably in a lot of ways.
I feel you. I feel you. It's a movie that I have in my top like 15 of like good movies I love and movies I hate combined. It's probably
Somehow
like,
both of them.
it's like 12. Yeah.
It's 12.
You've made a Venn diagram, and that's the one in the middle.
It's just costume wise, for me at least, it was just like, this is fucking legit. You had like 4 different costumes. I'm in it.
True.
Girls love the Batmobile. Remember that line?
That's true. That's true. Extreme amounts of neon.
So much.
Huge.
So much.
Even more than Batman Forever. And there was some neon. in
Dude,
that
this
movie.
was like Batman Forever. You're like, oh, you thought that was ridiculous.
The part of this movie that lost me was when they went sky surfing.
Oh,
Dude,
dude, that was
come
my favorite
on.
part,
Come on. All right.
Come on.
So comic booky. You would expect that from a comic book or a cartoon of some sort.
yes.
Oh, well, it
Why
was
the fuck not?
Schumacher straight up said we're making a cartoon.
Yeah, a live action cartoon.
And it's beautiful.
And that's
It's
what he did.
Beautiful.
And that's what he did.
Batman gets away. I can't remember. Was that when he had the bat card?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah, these
Do you
cards.
need something to eat, sir? No, thanks. I'll get drive-through.
You feel bad for whoever's behind the Batmobile too.
No, yeah, that was
Expires.
Valley. That was Valley Kilmer's.
Never.
Yeah.
Dude, that wasn't Valley Kilmer's. That was Georgie Clooney's.
And Batman Forever. He
They
said-
had
Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah.
Wait.
But then we see the Bat card in Batman and Robin with Poison Ivy being
Oh.
the
Am I?
yeah.
Yeah,
No.
we're combining.
I've seen these movies. a
I'll
lot.
believe you, bro. It's National Beer Day. All right, I'm fucked right. So I will trust you. You guys don't gotta fucking gang up on me,
Dude.
okay?
Back
Don't
your
gang
shit.
up on me. Just tell me what your favorite shitty movie is.
My favorite shit, dude, it's gotta be The Phantom with Billy Zane.
Okay.
He's a cool dude.
That motherfucking
fucking love The Phantom, dude.
Purple suit.
Dude,
The Ring.
dude, I remember this is back in the day.
Billy Zane.
Dude, this is back in the day. Like, I got to go. Like, I watched movies. Like in the summertime, I just go into like a theater and I just watch movies like all fucking day. And I remember being in like probably 5th or 6th grade, and this was in theaters. It came out in 1996. Yeah, it was about that time. And I just went in there and I watched this movie. I was like, God damn, this is fantastic. I love this piece of shit. This movie made like opening weekend. It made $5 million. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, but what was the budget of this movie? $5?
Unknown.
Unknown. Okay.
Yeah, I looked it up. Like it's unknown. I don't know what it is, but it can't be a lot. This movie, goddamn, Billy Zane plays this superhero character based in the DC universe. He is the Phantom, where he basically is endowed with this spiritual power. He's got a ring on, and I actually don't know what his power is. It's unclear.
Oh boy is not lying.
No,
He is not lying.
No, like,
I'm
let's
trying
think
to
about this.
remember. I'm trying to remember, and nothing comes to light.
Exactly right. You don't know what he's capable of. He could talk to his dead dad. That's all that I know that's supernatural about this guy. It's unfucking known.
He's not a poltergeist. He can't take over anybody's body or
Oh,
anything.
no.
It's just purple suit and he's off. He's fighting people.
Exactly. He lives on his own desert island with like these villains. Ah, Jesus Christ. It's terrible. And the movie starts out super comic booky. Like it's at the beginning, like what does it say? It's like, for those of you who missed the beginning of this is how it is. And they fucking bring you up to speed right off the bat. And it's fucking awesome. Like, I know I'm in to be
Shitty
entertained.
exposition right off the
Just-
bat.
Oh yeah.
Just
Oh
shitty
yeah. Yeah. You're
exposition.
waiting for like a minute.
Yeah, like, and then like, yeah, he lives on his own fucking island with his dead dad and his own fucking manservant, which is silly. And then like, he's super rich, and then he goes to New York for a while, finds his own lost love, comes back to his own island where he's got like the skulls of Uganda that are fucking like basically Green Lantern rings the whole time. And it's silly, man. It's great.
The movie to me
Great.
kind of plays like guy, Professor with the Whip, Indiana Jones.
Jones.
It kind of plays like an Indiana Jones movie, right?
Totally, you're right.
It's
He cares a
National
little
Beer
bit.
Day.
Yeah.
Dude, no, I don't like Indiana Jones. I do not like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's also true.
But I love the band, though.
Can I admit something to you guys?
Hit me with it.
I've never seen this movie.
Oh,
That- we've known this,
Yeah,
actually. Yeah,
it's
it's fine.
I did it.
Yeah.
I already admitted that to you.
No, I didn't know that, but
Oh,
I mean,
no.
I wouldn't expect you to. This movie's bad. Okay, that's the whole premise. That's the whole premise of this show. Like, it's just fucking bad.
But,
Like, the
but
acting
so
is
much that
silly.
you love it.
So much so that it has a charming quality to it that I just like Paula said, when I'm sick, I watch it. Like, if I need a feel-good movie, I'm gonna fucking watch it because it's fucking terrible. Like, I know these lines that are so fucking like just bad, I can count on them to fucking bring me a smile. Like, it's great. I fucking love Billy Zane, man.
He's a cool dude.
He's a cool dude.
He's a cool dude. You should listen to your friend Billy Zane.
He's a cool dude.
JB.
What's your favorite piece of shit, man?
Dude, this was a tough one because I like a lot of piece of shit.
Do we want to end with yours then? Because I think I know yours.
Sure.
I'm just saying, like, in terms of like
Why are you
ending on-
interrupting the man right now?
ending on a high note, we should probably finish with yours.
God, we have Admiral Disruption over here.
Admiral Disruption.
All right, go ahead, man.
Because mine's not as good as yours. That's all I'm thinking.
Oh, I respect that. You're probably right.
Okay. All right. So my favorite shitty movie. Sorry for interrupting again. It have to be Hudson Hawk. Okay. Hudson Hawk. This movie was made in 1991. And it's so bad. It starts with a book opening, like a Disney princess movie would.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Again, I've never seen this movie.
Okay. So
I thought I had.
the whole idea. Vic, have you seen this? PK, have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've seen parts of
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So the idea of the movie is that Da Vinci has perfected alchemy. Okay, he's
Okay.
basically turning lead into gold. Okay, but then he separated his machine and the lenses that help create the lead and the gold into 3 different parts and hid them in 3 different parts of his machine. He hid it in the horse. He hid it in the flying helicopter thing prototype that he made, and he hid it in his codex book. Okay. And it stars Bruce Willis as the master thief who has to go and hunt down and gather all 3 parts. Also, he co-wrote this movie, if that tells you anything
Bruce
about
who did?
Yeah,
Beat up.
No diggity.
yeah, he co-wrote this movie.
Okay.
All right. It also stars Andie MacDowell. So you probably know her from movies like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he's supposed to steal the items, or the lens pieces. Steal the items that the lens pieces are hidden in, and it just he kind of is discovering this as the movie goes along, but it just goes off rails. Like the CIA has hired these henchmen to like make sure that he completes his task, and they're hired by the horrible villains, right? And all these henchmen have candy bar names. Okay, so stuff like Snickers, Kit Kat, Butterfinger, Almond Joy, etc. Okay, and they're working for the Mayflowers, and Mayflowers are straight up like the worst, crappiest imitation of Bond villains that you would ever think of. Like they're just stuck up like Hampton living rich snobs that I don't know. They're extremely eccentric. It's really bad. I played a clip for the boys before we started, and I don't know. What did you guys think of that?
Super cartoony.
Yeah, way cartoon.
It makes me want to. I definitely want to watch this whole movie.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because I love Bruce Willis, especially a young Bruce Willis.
Mhm.
And I like it when Bruce Willis does comedy, because there was that other one that he did with
Moonlighting.
Meryl Streep.
Oh yeah, so good.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
So good.
It's great.
It's so funny,
Great.
dude, when he gets there. So I'm pretty intrigued to see this. And for some reason, I was under the impression I'd seen it, but when you showed me the clip, I haven't.
I will leave it here for you guys to watch then, because it is great. I mean, let me just explain how ridiculous this movie is. Like, at one point, like, he's basically being dragged by an ambulance on a stretcher, and he looks over to the car next to him. It's a convertible, and the girl in the passenger seat looks at him and says, "Hey, mister, are you gonna die?" And he just like looks at her, and then the scene moves on. It's just complete ridiculous. And then he comes across the toll booth while on the stretcher moving across. He's like, "Exact change only." Reaches into his pocket, hucks the change at the thing, and opens up, and he just laughs manically.
So
Okay.
he not only can count exact change in his pocket without looking at it, the dude's ability to throw the exact change into the toll deposit.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But way before, the fucking piece of wood moves upward. I don't even know what to call it right now.
I think, and I don't know when this movie came out, but I think
91.
it was that time of comedy, It was just sort of like slapstick.
I
shit
loved it.
happens.
I loved it.
Zany, yeah, and it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just to put the nail in the coffin here a little bit more about how weird this movie is. At one point, Andie MacDowell's character, she's working for the Vatican, and she's taken Hawk underground to the mailroom because Hawk apparently mails himself to different locations multiple times in the movie as a way in.
Like you do.
Yeah, like you do. And she straight up talks on a crucifix phone.
No shit.
No, to a priest.
That's weird.
Like this little crucifix like lights up to this guy's voice, and she talks to him. And at first you think she's just like making a prayer or something. No, it's a full-on phone. This happens multiple times in the movie.
Oh,
It is so bad, and yet I keep coming back to it. It's just fun. Like, I don't know.
You enjoy what you enjoy.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
The ringtones of the power of Christ compels you. I mean, it's gotta be fantastic.
Yeah.
I get it.
So yeah, you guys enjoy that sometime this upcoming week or so.
Yeah, we'll do.
I'll do my best.
All right, what do you got, Jerry?
So this was a tough one for me because there were a few of them. I was like, Willow? No, maybe.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Because I was like, that's just a good movie. If you think that's bad, you're bad. There's nothing bad about that movie.
Willow's great.
So that had to go. And then it was between two, which ironically enough were around the same time by the same director, James Carpenter. It was between They Live but of course the ultimate winner of decisively, I think objectively, subjectively, in all the ways, ultimate winner of the best bad movie of all time. I'm talking about Big Trouble in Little China.
How did you not be?
Coming from 1986, we got Kurt Russell playing good old Jack Burton.
Curdy Russell's though.
You know what Jack Burton always
Curdy
says.
Russell's though. Yep.
It's all in the reflexes. Kim Cattrall, his love interest, James Hong, aka Lopan, Victor Wong, who is friggin' great. If you don't know who Victor Wong is, it's not Pat Morita, because he's the one from Three Ninjas. And
Not
many
certain
others.
ninjas?
Not
Yes.
certain. But I love
Agent
this.
Certain.
Essentially, it starts out
Yes.
Kurt Russell and his friend. Kurt Russell's a truck driver. His buddy is Asian dude. They are just gambling. And then whatever, lose it, blah, blah, blah. Then they go to pick up Asian dude's beautiful green-eyed girlfriend at the airport, whom gets kidnapped while they're at the airport. What? Why would that happen? Because it turns there's this crazy wizard named Lopan who needs a jade-eyed girl to pretty much marry murder to live throughout immortality.
So I don't want to take away right now, but wouldn't it be awesome if Lopan was like a Mortal Kombat character?
He should
Yes.
be.
Just
But it's not just like Lopan, because we have rain, thunder, lightning, and thunder is pretty much Raiden. Total
totally.
Raiden. On there,
You've probably seen the clip somewhere in your lifetime.
of him just blowing up.
Yeah, just him like shooting the lightning left, shooting the lightning right, and then all of a sudden it's the most ridiculous thing in the
the
world.
best dance in the world, yeah.
Oh, it's fucking great, dude. I love this movie. I love Kurt Russell. I love his tank top, his boots, his jeans, the
His
magic, the subtle racism. The fact that every single Chinese person knows Kung Fu, we're handsome.
It was straight up like downtown Chinatown.
Chinatown, dude.
And then a whole fucking thing just starts happening.
Dude, this movie's a goddamn adventure, son. Like, strap your boots and get on tight. We're going on a fucking ride, dude. It's great, dude. It's fucking great. Terrible.
Yeah, and I think for most of us, for me at least, it was like at least one of the first movies I've seen as a child. Because my parents watched that movie.
Same,
Yeah.
same, because this came out in 1986.
Damn.
So it's pretty much the same age as all of us.
Yeah.
Right? A little older, a little younger for some, but pretty much it's as old as we are.
Kung Fu.
Which means we couldn't
magic.
comprehend this movie until we were, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, depending on your maturity, your dick size, whatever. But this is one of those movies that somehow, like, when it came out, like, now everybody's like, that movie's so great. It's a cult classic. This movie bombed originally. Nobody saw it. James Carpenter almost like disassociated himself from it. But just in the world of VHS, people trading movies and shit like that.
Syndicate on CBS.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It was done that after a while,
USA.
people were just like, okay, there is beauty in this. And it's one of the original cult classic movies.
Dude, it's straight up, it transcended terrible movie to cult classic status.
And I've had a few
Intense.
friends that are like, I have not seen this movie. And I'm like, sit down.
Sit.
And
Watching
they
it now.
Yeah.
we're watching it now.
Exactly.
And they see, and you think it's like, just because you're of the time, it's a nostalgia thing as a kid. Nope. These are all 25 to 30-year-old people are like, okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed this as a child. This
Straight
is
up.
amazing. And it's a new tradition, and then they have children, and they make sure their children watch it, so they were better than we were, right?
Straight
That's all
up.
I can ask for.
Yep.
And a good way to do that is to watch Big Trouble in Little China.
BTLC, man. All day.
TLC. I actually have the Lightning and Thunder Funko Pops.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm looking for the head thing, whatever that was called, the weird, shitty, gross head thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking for that. I don't think that's
If you
made,
can see it,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that with the weird little eyeball.
but I want that as a Funko.
All right. What have you guys been watching, reading, doing?
I watched Ultraman on Netflix.
How
I was
is it?
thinking that.
Honestly, I'm not disappointed.
Really?
Yeah, I am not.
Good.
Cool.
Yeah, it's super fun. The lore is just like, it just gulps you in. And I don't think you need to be an Ultraman fan by any means. I just think you need to like science fiction. If
Sure.
anything.
Okay.
It's on my queue. I'm definitely gonna watch
I'm not
it.
mad at
Me
it
as
at all.
well, yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
glad I was obviously, Paula, your opinion is.
It came on. I was like, what? Yeah.
Speaking of shitty movies that you love, Ultraman or series.
Series, yes. it's
Yeah,
But this
a
one's
shitty
pretty
series.
good. It's animated, right?
Yeah.
Animation good?
Yeah.
Voice work good?
I liked it all.
Nice.
It was like when Voltron came out. I was super skeptical,
Really?
and then I fell in love.
All right.
Awesome.
Cool, man. I've been watching Future Man on Hulu.
Oh,
I haven't watched the whole thing, but for some reason I was just like, fuck it, why not? That's real good.
Well,
It's pretty funny, pretty violent. The action in it's pretty good. It's also kind of stupid and shitty, but charming. I enjoy it.
I didn't expect violent, but I guess that
It's
makes sense.
surprisingly violent, really. If you haven't seen it, it's essentially this kid. He was PETA from the Hunger Games. Modern days, he's a janitor. He feels like he's kind of a nobody, but he's obsessed with video games. And there's this game, Biotic Wars, that he's playing, and he's obsessed with it because it's the only game that nobody's ever beaten. In the first episode, he beats it, essentially, and he was like, yay, finally did something. And then it turns out all of a sudden the characters from the game come back in time, and they're like, you're our savior. And then shit happens. He goes to get in the fight. They're like, you're kind of a pussy. What happened? I thought you were going to help us do shit. And he was like, no, I just like video games. They're like, well, in our time, this was all in the first episode, video games are simulators. So we know how good you are or aren't something. And he's like, well, in ours, it's literally just, something to do. He's like, why would you not, aren't you supposed to play a video game character to be better at what you are? He's like, no, why would you want to be anything like what you are in real life? That's why you play video games, to escape real life. And they're like, well, shit.
That makes sense.
Sort of
That
thing.
sounds like South Park logic.
Almost, sort of. And it is a lot because these people from the future, like the biotics, are these super perfect creatures that have annihilated all of humanity through like this super vaccine. So they survive in the sewers pretty much. So they're like their vocabulary, they get smarter as it goes on, but it's a little dumbed down and simple, and that's part of what makes it so charming. And they're elite warriors that fuck shit up in some ways that are just like, oh my god,
Awesome.
good job, Hulu. But it's kind of funny, so
Right on.
maybe give it a
Seth
shot.
Rogen.
Written by Seth Rogen
Yeah.
and Adam Goldberg.
Adam.
And which is already a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
That is good. Yeah. Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out then. Right. Yeah. So as far as what I've been watching, Doom Patrol, I'm staying up on that. That show's goddamn amazing. If you don't have the DC Universe streaming online app, not DC Universe, it's a game. The DC streaming online app, please get that. You have access to such incredible content. Not a sponsor. They are.
But please do.
But please do. Like that show, really, it's a beautiful show. Yeah, check it out. I don't want to do any spoilers. That's why I'm not really saying much, but please check it out. Also, I watched Love, Sex, and Robots, the series of vignettes, shorts that Netflix did.
Me too.
Awesome, man.
Was that also yours?
I bet it's one of the things on my list. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. That show is awesome. No show is over 17 minutes. You have a plethora of multiple different animation styles, as well as just these incredible sci-fi-esque plot lines that are just incredible. You have dystopian futures. You have different thoughts and insights on how technology is going to play itself out in the real world. It's pretty phenomenal.
You know, when I watched that, I really like I went back to the Animatrix.
Did you?
You know,
I was
yeah.
thinking the
And
same
I was like, this
thing,
is
dude.
beautifully done,
I
and
agree.
everything's put in so quickly
Yeah.
that you just get things. You get how the world is, and you're immediately engulfed in it. So I highly encourage that.
Oh,
that
dude, that's
show.
a great point, man. Yeah, I was thinking the
What did
same.
you guys think of that first episode?
Dope as fuck.
Awesome, dude.
Agreed.
Awesome.
It was kind of a mind trip, right?
Dude, the whole show was a fucking mind trip. But like, yeah, that one in particular, and there's only one live action in the whole entire 18 episode run. There's one live action piece, and that was particularly great. I like it.
I'll have to check that one out.
Really.
All right, you ready for this? It's going to go quick because I haven't been on the show in like a week or so. All right, I watched Commuter with Liam Neeson. I've been watching a heck of a lot of Thor Ragnarok.
Liam Neeson's.
It's your birthday.
A heck of a lot of Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
They're playing
You
on
watched
repeat.
it more than once.
Oh, yeah.
How
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Okay.
Love, Death, and Robots under PK's suggestion, as we just mentioned. I watched Ralph Wrecks the Internet.
How was it?
I was disappointed.
I think it was
So-
like a cash grab. to
There
me,
is
bro.
so much in advertising
Yeah.
that was part of that movie.
I was kind of heartbroken just by the idea of that movie.
The best parts of that movie, though, are the Disney princesses. I've
I've heard that also.
100%.
Okay.
It is the Disney princess. Like, watch like the last half of that movie just for that. The rest of it is like, ouch, man! I'm seeing all these different
Dang.
like BuzzFeed,
Okay.
YouTube, Google. Google has a whole tower.
Make that money.
Like Amazon,
Right,
like
yeah, and they
all
would
of
in
it.
the internet. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, it did really make me sick watching it and like what they're doing for like videos and hits, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's sad and it's super accurate, and it put a bad taste in my mouth.
So we'll watch it. All right.
Don't watch that. The Mortal Engines.
How was that?
That was all right.
I might watch that.
Yeah, it was
haven't
worth the 2
Have
hours
you
that
seen
it
it, Paul?
was.
Yeah, I would say half. Like,
Half.
yeah, you want to hate or love by any means.
Like,
Yeah,
nothing to
it's-
do.
it's
Nothing else.
forgettable.
I'll watch that one. Maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
just throw it on in the background.
All right.
It's something pretty to look
What
at.
else?
Okay.
I've been watching the Umbrella Chronicles, which I know you
Academy?
had suggested.
Academy. I haven't seen it yet. These guys have seen it.
Umbrella Academy, yes, sorry.
Okay, I need to watch that one.
Highly
I shall have
suggested.
it.
You should. It's great.
Highly suggested.
And then lastly, I've been trying to prep myself by watching a lot of trailers and such, which a lot of them have dropped this past week, for the Summer Movie Wager, which is put on by slashfilm.com. They also have a Slash Film podcast.
Not sponsored.
Not a sponsor, but I think this would be kind of fun to do with you guys.
We'll look into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, summermoviewager.com.
We watched NXT Takeover last night, and it was fucking amazing. I'm not going to spoil it in case you want to watch it. And then here soon we're going to watch WrestleMania.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Now, I don't want to take away from anything. I know we're trying to close here, but I have to say this out loud because it was just such a great experience for me. I watched Creed 2 like 2 days ago.
Yes!
I
Isn't it
watched that as
amazing?
well.
Right here, dude. Right
Yes!
here.
A roller coaster of emotions. I fucking love that
I'm gonna have
movie.
to write it down, but yes, 100%.
You have seen it?
Yes, I
finally?
have seen it.
Dude,
finally.
Creed
It is
1.
great.
Yes, I love it, dude. Good shout out, Paula. Thank you for bringing
Nice.
that up. Great way to end it. Make sure you're on our YouTube so you can pay attention to our beer bracket. That's kind of starting to wrap up. Or is it? It is, kind of.
It's
Getting there. We're human beings. We're not robots.
We're working on it. You guys got anything else for the people?
nope. Have to pee.
So do
I
I.
had one
Real
thing.
bad.
It can wait. We'll do it next time I'm on.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we love you guys. Thanks for listening. Make sure you give us a 5-star review. That would be super awesome. Leave us a comment. You know our favorite. Butt cheeks. Share. Tell your friends. Tell your family.
Tell your friends.
Buy a friend a beer. I'm Jerry.
Oh, Paul.
I'm big.
I'm William.
Cheers. I got pissed too.
That's the show.
All right.
That's the show.
So,
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. I got a ting tangle ting.
is the snowed in making everybody a little toasty?
Yes.
Starting to taste a little better?
Well, this room is hot.
Oh,
I've been drinking all day.
All right. Goodbye, everybody on YouTube. Check you next time.